What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It is Dad here from Dad Simply Cooking, and we are in a different kitchen. That's very obvious because we're at my mother's house. Today, she's going to be showing me how to make the classic, if you're from the South, chicken and pastry. It's one of those dishes that I'm afraid to tackle because you have to be on point with chicken and pastry, especially if you're in the South. You know what I'm talking about, and that's a big, huge thing for me. So I want to make sure I did it right, so I reached out for help, and we're going to get it today. So,
Okay, here we are. We are filling up our pot of water, a little over half full. Now we're going to go ahead and get our chicken good and clean. I'm using a whole, kind of a medium-sized chicken, making sure we clean the insides out. Now we're going to get it in the pot. And now I've decided to clean everything really good before I go any further. Anytime you use raw meat or have it around anything, it's really a good idea to clean everything. Now we're going to add about a couple tablespoons of salt and about a tablespoon of pepper. And it's going to give it really good flavor. Just going to set it on the stove and turn it to a medium heat. I keep my bay leaves in the freezer. We're going to put in one bay leaf. All we're putting in is salt, pepper, and one bay leaf. Okay, we're going to leave that setting here, and we're going to let this cook for a couple hours because we're going to take that chicken off the bone. Now we're going to debone it. Joey's going to start deboning it. And he has never made chicken and pastry before. So I like chicken and pastry, and my mom always grew up with, we always grew up eating chicken and pastry. And just a simple, she could take a chicken and oh my goodness, chicken and pastry was just, especially when it's freezing cold, there is nothing better than chicken and pastry. You got a crowd coming in the South, chicken and pastry. You go to a church potluck and there's a big thing of chicken and pastry, that's the first line there is the chicken and pastry. So we're taking this beautiful golden broth and we are taking all the chicken out. And I've already taken out the bay leaves that I've put in. Put the chicken right in here. Put the chicken in here and the bones can stay in there. That's the way you do it. Okay, and we want to keep this broth good and warm, and we want to make sure we strain it pretty good to make sure that there are, no bones or fat or gristle. We want a pretty clean broth. And if you think you've cleaned it out, you haven't. You just take your strainer and go in there. You don't have to do massive work, but you can just make sure there's no bones with just a simple strainer. And I got so much up with that. Okay, we're gonna put it back on the stove because we want it to stay warm. And we're just gonna put it on low so it'll stay good and warm.
the chicken is hot, so be careful with your fingers. But mainly you want to get any of the gristle and the fatty tissue, the stuff that's going to be awkward tasting in your mouth. That's a big thing. You want to make sure you're going through all of it, pressing down, making sure you're getting all the bones out, getting everything out. Chicken and pastry is one of my favorite things my grandmother makes, and I absolutely love chicken pastry. But it's one of those things where you can't do it just right, you know. And so for the longest time, it's hot. It's one of those things that I'm just like, ugh. If I mess it up, the Southern community will come for me. The people I work with, I will bring shame upon them because they are Southerners. So I just want to make sure we're doing it right. Always have enjoyed chicken and pastry. I think everybody does. Normally, that's always the first thing I gravitate towards at potlucks, family events. You know, you get the whole chicken, you cook it in the water, then you have chicken broth, you cook noodles in that, you reusing everything. That's what gives it that flavor. The seasoning when you cook your chicken, the whole nine.
Now I'm going to show Joey the way my mom made it growing up, how she made our pastry noodles growing up. And then I'm going to show you how I make pastry. And they taste identical. Okay, I'm going to show him what I'm doing. And this is the way my mama did it. We got a whole house full of people, so she just put some flour in the bowl. She didn't measure it out, okay?
Self-rising flour.
Self-rising flour. Cheapest you could buy, that's what we use.
Unknown amount.
Unknown amount. So then she would just pour water. That's how she would do it.
Yeah, I spot it.
And you would just kind of mix it up. We got Joey's grandma. My mother-in-law's here. She's gonna be on camera. She just don't know it yet.
Great grandma.
Great.
Oh, my kid's great grandma.
Yeah.
My grandma.
Mom.
My dad's mother.
It's pretty cool. That way we can
Okay, we're just gonna kind of use flour and water. That's it. Because self-rising flour has everything in it. You take a little bit of extra flour.
Flour the surface so it doesn't stick. Like when you make biscuits. And put it on your hands too.
Just put it on your hands. And that's it. And you see, it's still wet. You don't put no oil, no nothing, flour and water. Okay, and you would take out a little bit of, you take out just a little bit of dough, not the whole part. And we're going to take it and we're just going to keep rolling it, and we're going to roll it really thin. We want it very, very thin. So have you ever seen this done like this, Joe?
Mm-mm.
See, it's getting really thin, but it ain't thin enough. We want it very thin, as thin as we possibly can get it. Almost see-through. Okay, and then she would just always take and cut it just like this. It's not perfect. She would just cut it just like this. And then and then you just set it out and you let it dry. Just set it right there. And if you want it even thinner, you can keep rolling it and make it even thinner. It will be just like that.
Papa went outside.
I got a little. See how thin that is? Don't have to be perfect. Don't have to be fancy.
Almost translucent.
Yep. That's just the way she would make it. And if she's watching this, I'm probably butchering it, but this is the way Mama made it. But we do want it thin. It almost tears little holes. That's how thin it is. And if you have a thick piece, just roll it. It don't have to be perfect. It's not going to be all the same size. That's just the way that we always rolled out pastry. Just like that. And then you let it set and dry, and you do a little bit more. Here, Joey, you do this one. We're going to let Joey do this one. Look at ours, use a little dough thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting it. I want to show Joey how I make my chicken and pastry. And my mom makes hers this way now.
This is the way Jerry makes hers.
Everybody that I know makes theirs this way now. And it's called Annie's Flat Dumplings. No lie.
Sold in your freezer section of your local grocery store.
There's no difference. It's flour and water, guys. All that work. That's the way I grew up making chicken and dumplings. And look at this.
They did it for us.
They did it for us. Look.
And it's cheap.
I don't have to do it no more. So that's how you make chicken and pastry.
I think a box of this is like $3 something, and you get like a lot.
Look at all the pastry that you get.
A lot. There's 3 in each.
And so all that mess, but that is the way I grew up making chicken and pastry. And so if you don't have these, you don't have to run to the store. You can just get some flour, water, roll it out as thin as you can, cut it. Don't have to be pretty. Now this is pretty. Don't have to be pretty or fancy. You can just cut it up, throw it in the pot. And so that's what, now I'm going to show Joey how to cook this chicken and pastry, but there's still a technique to making chicken and pastry. You can't just throw all these noodles in the pot. It don't work that way. I'm going to show you and Joey how to add this pastry to the pot so it doesn't clump up and be cloggy and ugh. We're going to do it right. All right, we're going to take, these are the noodles that we made. We're going to take, come show them the pot, Joey. Come show them what's at the pot. See how it's simmering? That's what we want. We're going to start putting the noodles in. We're going to put the dry ones in first. The ones that the homemade noodles in first. And as they pop up, that's when you put the next one in. You don't put the next one in until the one pops up. When it pops up, you see, watch it. It'll pop up here in just a second. There it goes. And then you put the next one in.
You'll see it right here. And right.
Okay, there it goes.
Southern words that you might commonly hear us say that we might be mispronouncing for some people that don't know is if we call these noodles, they're pastry noodles, but it's just pastry, but we call them noodles because that's normal to us.
Pastry noodles, that's what we
Or
call them.
you might hear us call them dumplings. It's the same thing. Northerners out west, we call them dumplings. I'm out west. I'm from out west, so.
He grew up in Colorado.
Yeah, I grew up in Colorado, so we're mixed. So we call them dumplings and noodles and pastry. There's a wide variety of different things you might hear, just so you know. This is what we're referring to today.
Now we're going to do the other noodles. Just pop them right in. Okay, see how thin these noodles from the store are? And they'll pop right up also. Now we're going to go ahead and take and put our chicken in. Once we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and put our deboned chicken right in. And that's all going to heat up together. We're going to put in a little bit of pepper.
A lot of pepper.
I like pepper.
Pepper makes chicken and pastry.
Yeah. And we're going to put in about a teaspoon of salt. We don't want it over salted.
You want it over pepper.
And all that good chicken in there, it's off the bone. And if you find that you need a little bit more pastry, there's no problem with that. You can just add more. As that cooks a little bit, you add a little bit more. And I know you think we're done, and Joey thinks we're done, but we're not done. I'm going to tell you the next secret to making your chicken and pastry so good that people will be in line for it. I'm just saying. You take a little bit of cold water. I'm going to say about a half a cup. Now you take about a fourth of a cup, Joey. I know he's looking at me like, what are you doing, Mom? A fourth of a cup of your self-rising flour. And it's got to be cold water. Don't put hot water in it, because it will be lumpy. Okay, so we're just going to take a fork, and now we pour it in cold, and we make sure we don't see any flour. You don't see any flour.
As your water base?
Yeah, and it's kind of like a cornstarch. You know, it's like a slurry is what you're doing. And so now we're gonna pour it right in our pot. Okay, now I'm gonna take about a fourth of a cup of heavy cream and pour it right in. Pour it right in. That is the best chicken and pastry you will ever eat. Either way you make it, whether you buy the noodles or whether you make it homemade, Joey, either way, that's how you make chicken and pastry. If you go on, you'll find you'll need more noodles, because that's just the way it goes. You'll just say, oh, it needs more noodles now, because everything's kind of calmed down in the pot. So then you just get you out some more noodles. Couple more sheets and we're really done. And I'm not using this whole thing because we already made homemade dumplings. We already made the homemade pastry, so we're just going to pop these in. And those Annie's dumplings or pastry, you get it in the freezer section. They're over there by the garlic bread and all that. I believe that's where by the garlic bread and all that.
I think around here they're like $3 for a box, $2.50, $3, something like that. So they're not very expensive for the amount you get. The food's done. Try the pastry.
I thought you had patio set. Okay, this is our pastry. You gonna try it, Joey?
I will try
It's
it.
so hot, it'll burn your mouth
It's
off.
very hot. Hold this.
Okay, it's gonna burn his mouth off. Here. He's got to put tons of pepper on it. And that's the way it looks.
This is how my grandma always did it when she made my plate. Was she'd always load it up with pepper
And salt.
Well, see, I've never really used salt.
But you got to have salt on your pastry.
Have a little bit
You
of
got
salt.
to have salt on your pastry.
The bowl is very hot.
That's a hot plate. Normally we let it cool for about 10 minutes. How is it? Is that good?
Oh yeah,
That's good.
that's good.
All
I could
right.
eat this whole thing.
Yeah, he's going to in
It's
just a
hot, as
minute.
you can tell. My face
Well, you
just
can
got
let
really
it cool.
red,
You can let it cool now.
but that's good.
Finish it.
Grandma would be happy. So y'all, as we learned today, chicken and pastry, Southern comfort food at heart, 100% at heart. Good old Southern comfort food. Simple and easy, inexpensive. Get a chicken. A whole chicken is cheap. You buy the whole chicken. Cook it in water. Boil it. Use the water. Cook your noodles. You can make them or buy them. You can buy them for cheap or make them for cheap. Cheap and easy, y'all, which is what we're about here. Simply cooking with family, friends, whatever. Easy, budget, whatever. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you go over to my mom's page and subscribe to her YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you comment below what your favorite comfort food is. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace!